Hey everyone, welcome back to Auto Vista. If you're new here, make sure to hit that subscribe button because today, we're diving deep into one of the most talked about cruisers of the year, the brand new 2025 Kawasaki Vulcan S. This isn't just another mid-range cruiser with a facelift. Kawasaki has gone a step further this time, blending sport bike DNA with cruiser ergonomics, and the result is something that demands attention. Now, let's start with what's immediately different. The design. The 2025 Vulcan S has evolved into a more aggressive, modern-looking machine. While it still retains the recognizable silhouette of its predecessors, Kawasaki has refined the styling to give it more edge. The front end looks sharper, with a new LED headlight setup that's more compact but also brighter. It's not just a cosmetic upgrade. This new headlamp actually improves visibility at night by a significant margin, which is always a plus whether you're commuting or cruising down dark highways. The tank has been slightly reshaped to offer better knee grip, which adds to the sporty feel of the bike. That's an important point because one of the key selling points of the Vulcan S has always been its unique blend of cruiser comfort and sport bike performance. With this new model, that line is blurred even further. The ergonomics are customizable, thanks to Kawasaki's signature ErgoFit system. Whether you're short, tall, or somewhere in between, you can tweak the handlebar reach, foot peg position, and seat height to match your ideal riding stance. It's a big reason why this bike appeals to such a wide range of riders, beginners, weekend warriors, and even daily commuters. Under the hood, or rather under the tank, we've got the same 649cc parallel twin engine, but with some thoughtful refinements. It's the same engine you'll find in the Ninja 650 and Z650, so you know it's got performance credentials. But for the Vulcan S, Kawasaki has retuned it to deliver smoother low-end torque and a flatter power curve. What that means in real-world terms is that you get more usable power when cruising around town or accelerating out of a corner, without sacrificing the top-end pull when you twist the throttle on an open road. Now, the exhaust has been reworked for 2025 too. It's more compact and produces a throatier, deeper tone that really suits the bike's new, aggressive styling. It's not obnoxiously loud, but it does let people know you're not riding a toy. Combined with the new intake tuning, the whole experience feels just a bit more visceral than last year's model. Speaking of experience, let's talk ride quality. The 2025 Vulcan S comes with upgraded suspension components. The front fork is still a 41mm telescopic unit, but it's now retuned for better damping. In the back, you get a preload adjustable mono shock, but the response is more progressive and helps soak up bumps a little better than before. That means whether you're on a smooth highway or navigating pothole-ridden city streets, the ride remains composed and comfortable. The brakes have also received a minor upgrade. Still rocking a single 300mm front disc and a 250mm rear, but the calipers are now more responsive, and ABS tuning has been improved. It doesn't sound like much, but it does make a difference when you're stopping in an emergency situation or navigating wet conditions. Now let's talk about the tech. The Vulcan S has always been a bit minimalist, but for 2025, Kawasaki has added a new TFT display. It's full color, it's crisp, and it finally brings Bluetooth connectivity into the mix. That means you can now connect your phone via the Kawasaki Radiology app, monitor ride stats, and even get notifications right on the screen. You don't get full-blown navigation yet, but honestly, for a cruiser in this price range, what you do get is more than enough. And yes, let's talk price. Kawasaki has managed to keep the Vulcan S competitively priced, especially considering all the new updates. It still undercuts a lot of its rivals in the mid-weight cruiser category, including offerings from Harley-Davidson and Honda. And that's not just price, it's also the value you're getting. Between the adjustable ergonomics, sport bike-derived engine, and the fresh tech upgrades, it's hard to argue with the package. Of course, no bike is perfect. If you're looking for a traditional cruiser experience, laid-back riding with loads of low-end torque and AV twin rumble, the Vulcan S might not be your thing. This bike feels more nimble, more responsive, and a lot more modern than your typical cruiser. For some purists, that's a turn-off. But for others, especially those who want a bike that can do a little bit of everything, the 2025 Vulcan S hits a real sweet spot. One more thing worth noting is how beginner-friendly this bike remains. The seat height is low at just 27.8 inches, the clutch is light and predictable, and the power delivery is linear. All of that makes it a great first bike, or a bike for someone returning to riding after a break. Yet it doesn't feel like a starter bike. You won't outgrow it quickly, and that's part of its magic. So who is this bike really for? Honestly, it's for the rider who doesn't want to be put in a box. You don't want a full-on cruiser, but you're not into naked sport bikes either. You want something stylish, customizable, and practical, with just enough performance to keep you smiling every time you crack the throttle. That's exactly where the Vulcan S fits in, and the 2025 model just takes it up a notch. Overall, Kawasaki didn't reinvent the Vulcan S with this update, they didn't need to. What they did was listen to riders, refine what worked, and added just enough new tech and flair to keep things exciting. It's still one of the most versatile bikes in its class,